The Ghana Health Service says it is on full alert following the confirmation of 2 Lassa fever cases in Accra by the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. Director of Public Health at the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Franklin Asiedu-Bekwin, says checks at the country's borders will also be ramped up. According to the Ghana Health Service, a 40-year-old trader who was unwell for a period of 2 weeks died at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The second case is a contact of the fatal case and is currently on admission, but is very stable. So far, 56 contacts have been identified and are being followed up by the Ghana Health Service. Joining us live with more is the Director of Public Health, Dr. Franklin Asiedu-Bekwin of the Ghana Health Service. Doc, I'm grateful for your time here. How deadly is the Lassa fever?
Hello, thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners and viewers. So last Lisa talked about the fatality of about 1%, but I think it depends on when you seek medical intervention. And I need to state that there's an antiviral agent that can be used to manage the case. So what is most important is the ability to diagnose it early, and then you can be able to get the best outcomes.
Do we know what is triggering the current cases being recorded in the country?
I think that the reservoir is around. There may be areas that we have it moving around. So it depends on the individual. Let me say that about 80% of persons who will be infected with Lassa fever will not show any clear symptoms of any severity. So they may not even go to a hospital. But this one is a case that the person gets the fever and then went to the health facility, was seen as possible material, was managed, and then got better, and then went back, and then went on and on until she died. So this is a typical scenario or the cause of Lassa fever. So it presents like the fever, general body pains, malaise, and then we try to progress to headache, sore throat, dyspnea, difficulty breathing, maybe have facial swelling, and then the last end is when you start having the bleeding. So that is not common to have it, but you can have it as it happened in our first case that unfortunately died. I need to state that it's actually a zoonotic condition that is the virus is in rats. So as the rat urinates or has droppings on your food, you ingest, you get infected. And then in that case, the individual may also transmit it to another individual by way of exposure to your body fluids, including blood and other secretions.
So who is at risk of contracting this disease?
So far as I would say your environment is not that clean, that you are likely to have this reservoir, which is the rat, then you are at risk, because usually it's like you have a leftover food, leave it in your kitchen, you go sleep, you come the next day, you don't know what's happening. You may have the rat coming onto that food, passing urine and droppings on it, and possibly you may not rinse it properly. Then you ingest, you may get infection. Or let's say you have some mangoes, you just leave it in your kitchen, you go sleep, you come the next day, just take the mango, you are not washing it properly. This may be also a source of the infection. So what's the most important is about the environmental cleanliness. It's very important in this scenario of Lassa fever. That's why we talk about making sure that your food is well closed. There are some instances that people have to keep cats to make sure that they catch this rat. So far as your environmental surroundings is not clean, very clean, and the rats may be coming in and out of your house, you are at risk.
So what it means is that we need to check how rats do frequent our homes. Is that it?
Yeah. So cleanliness is good, and then you see in marketplaces we need to do. You have all these pets walking around. So it's more of environmental management on a broad scale, and then in the home environment, making sure that you have environmental cleanliness to avoid this rats coming in and out of your house, because they may be the source of the infection.
If that's the case, then most of our marketplaces need to be targeted. What's the Ghana Health Service doing in that regard?
Oh, I think it's more of a local government, whole local government, environmental health issue. So it's a broader dimension that we need to look at, making sure that our environment is clean. So as I said, it's about environmental management, home cleanliness, to make sure that we get rid of the reservoir.
Okay, so once we know that is it, and of course it will be a collaboration between the Ghana Health Service and the local assemblies. We know that someone has died, 56 contacts have been traced. What have we done so far?
Well, so from our point of view, what we are doing is that we are trying to identify more contacts. As I speak, we have 67 contacts. We'll keep on identifying more contacts because you need to understand the situation. We've also started some environmental assessment. We general service working together with veterinary services and wildlife to better understand the situation. So the issue is, where are the reservoirs? Those are things that we need to better understand to prevent it and avoid future occurrences.
So what are being done aside Accra? What are being done in the other regions to ensure that we are able
so
to
we
keep
had
this
this
control?
meeting with all the regional directors on Saturday. So every region has activated their public health emergency management committees. The awareness is going, because you need to go down, so that people are aware of what are the possible symptoms of Lassa and how early they need to report. So those are things that we are doing. We're hoping to get it more on a broader scale, and we also push the agenda of the general environmental cleanliness across the country.
Doc, just before I let you go, can you please run us through the symptoms again, so that if someone is watching and is identifying something like that, we can quickly report?
So it's a fever, because it's a Lassa fever. So the fever, that's the first cardinal one. We have the general bodily pains, and you have what they call the general malaria. So those are the early things that may be presented. So if you're not careful, you think it's malaria. Then you may go on to have headache, sore throat, cough, difficulty in breathing, maybe have facial swelling. Those are the middle kind of symptoms. And then the end stage is the bleeding tendencies, whereby you'll be bleeding from your mouth, by way of vomiting, or bleeding from your inner region. So all sort of things, then the end, if not the best, may end up dying. So those are the cause of Lassa fever.
All right. Grateful to you, Dr. Hasiedu, for joining us here. Now.